Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution episode number 54. We are at the middle of the week. Happy Wednesday. Coming today, kind of a short episode. Just had one package come yesterday, a RAK. So that's awesome. I will show off the RAK from Barnstormer card. Still on the pursuit to 500,000. So we are less than 1,000 Cubs cards away. Currently sitting at 499,055 after a 4-card RAK mail day yesterday. Just a bit of news. Topps Heritage Miners pushed back 2 weeks. So its release date is now October 7th, I believe. Still debating on whether or not I'm going to buy a case of Heritage Miners. Excuse me. I am still going through and listing the Allen and Ginter from the case I broke last week. So it was kind of a nice surprise for the pushback of Heritage Miners to give me a couple weeks to decide. Man, my throat this morning. To decide on whether or not to break the case. Currently at the pre-sale prices, in the vicinity of like 650, 625. I'm going to pass. The last couple years, Topps on the website has offered up boxes for sale. And that's how I bought my case last year was I bought 12 boxes on the Topps website. And I think, for 12 boxes, it was like $50. So it was about $100 to $200 savings over what the retail prices were on Blowout and Dave and Adams and Steel City. So this year it seems like Topps has kind of bumped their pricing up a little bit. So not sure where it will land in terms of pricing on the Topps website, but that's kind of what I'm eyeing. If it is going to be over 600, then I'll probably pass and maybe wait for a Blowout Black Friday sale. Jenny says 625 for a case, cheapest product. Yeah, it probably is. And it traditionally has been. And 625 is actually a little expensive for this product. Just 2 years ago, it was one of the last products to be bumped up. 2000 by the second half of 2017, we saw the box and case prices start to increase. This year, it's just been absolutely insane, the increases we've seen, but it started gradually in 2017. Heritage Miners has typically been like $450 for a case. That's where it was at in like 2015 when I started buying the boxes. 2015, 2016, 2017 cases were around 450 to 500. And then by like 2018 it was bumped up to like 550, I think. And then 2019, so we're at 2020, so 2019, maybe even 2018, it had skyrocketed, based on percents, to like $750. So it had increased. It must have been 2018 when we saw that increase. Yeah, it had jumped from 450 to 500 to 700 to 750 on the distributor sites, Blowout, Dave and Adams, and that. So it actually has come down. Heritage Miners is probably the only product we've seen a price decrease in the last year. So case prices are in the 600s. I think Blowout, last I checked, Blowout had case prices at $650, but if you spent over $500, you received a $25 coupon, so you could get it for $625. And I think that was the cheapest that I saw. Dave and Adams, I think, was still $650, and Steel City was in the same area as well. So that's kind of my plan. Is if it comes down. I think 550 is my sweet spot. If I can get a case for 550, I'm all in. But I don't think 600. I'm gonna buy at that. I could find it for 625 right now. So I think 550 is kind of the sweet spot. And I do still have a case of 2018 Heritage Miners, a sealed case that I think I'm going to be busting open at some point this winter. Obviously, right now, still playing catch up with Ginter and the Heritage box, that flat rate box of cards that I bought. So if I see a lull and find a quote breaking point, literally breaking boxes, I'll bust open that case of Heritage Miners. There are two redemption in the 2018 product, Casey Mize and Nolan Gorman, and those redemptions actually expire in a week. End of September is when those redemptions expire. I think they give redemptions 2 years for Topps products. So yeah, Big League Blasters doubled in cost. Yeah, it's been an insane year, and I was surprised by. I've actually been surprised a couple times with wax prices. The Heritage Miners, I was surprised it actually dropped. I'm still not a buyer at 625, but I was surprised it had come off the 700s where it was at last year. Allen and Ginter prices, even though after breaking a case it wasn't worth 1,500 plus, I was surprised it wasn't 2,000. So I was surprised by those prices. I was also, and I haven't looked lately, I was surprised at how low the 2021 Heritage pre-sale prices are. So Topps Heritage next year will be in the design of 1972 Topps, which is one of my favorites. So I've been debating on getting a case of that, because I do love the design. 70 and 71 were probably among my least favorites of the 70s. 76 and 79 I don't like either. So I really do like this next run of Heritage for the 72, 73, 74, and 75 design. So the next 4 years, for me personally, I like those designs. It's going to be a fun product. So the Heritage pre-sale prices for next year were a little higher than last year, but not as high as what we're seeing some of the increases in other sealed prices. Now, Topps, on the other hand, flagship Topps, is just absolutely crazy. And while I talk about it, I'm going to actually look up the prices right now just to give you solid numbers. So I'm on Blowout, and Blowout typically has the lowest prices. Especially they have coupons, and they've been offering coupons quite often lately. In years past, they do it like once a month, but this year they've pretty much have a running. They have a running sale now, which usually Blow just does weekend coupon sales. But right now, if you spend $250, it's a $10 coupon. 500 is $25 off. $1,000 is a $50 coupon, and then if you spend 2,500, is a $100 coupon. So I'm looking up 2021 Series 1 baseball hobby case, $1,350 for a hobby case of flagship Topps. That is insane. Usually those prices, and I don't have numbers from the last couple years, but I think those are typically in like the 800 or maybe even less. So that's a pretty big increase for 2021 Series 1 Topps. However, that product is going to be loaded with rookie cards because a lot of rookies made their debut here in this wild 2020 season. And did not receive rookie cards in Series 2 and will not receive rookie cards in Topps Update. So that's pretty wild. 2021 Topps Heritage, a couple $100 less than flagship. Now, typically Topps flagship is $700 to $800 for a 12-box hobby case. Topps Heritage is typically $1,000 in that range. So it's Heritage is usually a couple $100 more. It's flip-flop next year. So current pre-sale prices on blowout cards, $1,350 for flagship, $1,120 for Heritage. So you can get a case of Heritage for a couple $100 plus less than flagship. It's a wild time in the hobby. So still debating on a couple of those things. Heritage Miners, Topps Heritage, a couple of my favorite products. Will I, won't I? Stay tuned. Usually Topps does release, Topps does hobby boxes on their website, topps.com, and they will sell two hobby boxes around the time of release. I think it's maybe like release day itself. So you're not going to receive them on release day, but you can get in on some decent pricing. Heritage Miners is a product that it's better to sit on it. But I like opening it right away. So Heritage Miners is a product I don't mind waiting a few days after release to pick up, because I still have, in fact, I just listed, I had a case of 2019 from last year's product that I just stashed in a box. All the hits I sleeved and top loaded, the autographs, the jersey cards, the box toppers, everything, all the commons, they were in a 4-row box, and they were sitting in a box until about a week ago. And then I started listing the hits in my eBay store. So I sat on them for about a week, and every once in a while, if somebody gets hot or gets called up, then I'll go through and I'll pull some cards. I did pull some base cards of like Luis Robert and some of those players to list those in my eBay store, but largely all of the hits were, still in the box. So that's all. That's kind of a ramble. I didn't even expect to talk about that this morning. So let's get to my Cubs mail day yesterday. Just one package came in, a RAK from Jeff and his son Cole. They are on Twitter at Barnstormer Card. He reached out to me. He's like, hey, I want to send you some cards. And wow, this was an awesome RAK. An auto, a Dylan Maples Stadium Club autograph, Topps Gold from 2018, Justin Wilson, a 150th anniversary stamp of Pedro Strop, and for my player collection, Javi Baez, and this is numbered to 50. Awesome mail day, numbered 15 to 50, Javi Baez. Awesome. Thanks to Jeff and Cole. RAK mail day. You can follow them on Twitter at Barnstormer Card. And that's going to wrap things up for me today on Hobby Evolution. You can follow me on Twitter at 1,000,000Cubs and visit the website 1,000,000Cubs.com. You can also find my eBay store. Like I said, Alan and Ginter has been listed. A bunch of 2019 Heritage Miners hits are also loaded in the eBay store as well. You can find the link to the eBay store on the website 1,000,000Cubs.com. Have yourselves a wonderful Wednesday.